Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's live stream broadcast on N2 Media. It's Greater St. Helens League boys basketball action featuring the visiting Woodland Beavers and the Mark Morris Monarchs. Good to have you with us. Nick Sisson here, as always. On behalf of N2 Media, Mark Morris and Woodland Athletics made sure to get this one on the books. Woodland, up and coming, they might be here to stay. 4-0 on the year, taking on the Mark Morris Monarchs, who are 2-3 so far on the young season, fresh off of a win on the road against the Hudson's Bay Eagles, 45-38. Both teams 1-0 in league competition. Woodland, an impressive home win by 6, 68-62, most recently against the Ridgefield Spudders. Time will tell how this matchup is gonna play out, but the up-and-coming Woodland Beavers, only 2 rostered seniors on the sheet in front of me here, and the same can be said almost for the Mark Morris Monarchs. They are also in a transitional season after losing 10 players a year ago to graduation. They do return one starter in Drew Ibarreta. We've seen the Monarchs once on the road already against the Kelso Highlanders, and that one did not go the Monarchs' way. Other returning contributors, Zane Armstrong, and still a few more games away for transfer AJ Fabian. But a matchup that is going to be intriguing to say the least here tonight. It's not necessarily like the old versus the new, but Mark Morris has been a mainstay for a very long time in the community. They've made the playoffs, I believe, like 24 straight seasons. I hate saying things without being sure of them, but I sometimes do that. Woodland, on the other hand, I mean, they've been in the district playoffs a couple seasons ago and before that, and Justin Gabbard, the head coach for Woodland, is starting to build himself a nice little program, and we're going to get to know both of these teams here in just a little bit. We got Dave Andrew on the PA, who's going to take us through the starting lineups and the national anthem. Fans, we do have the live stream comment section. Type in where you're watching from and who you're rooting for.
Also guard, sophomore number 3, Dorian Poland. Now weighing a junior, number 4, James Long. Also weighing a junior, number 21, Tanner Cusick. In the middle, a junior, number 34, Michael Galvin. Volunteer coaches Mike Burns, Riley Hawken, the assistants are Tom May and Troy Flanagan. Head coach of the Beavers, Justin Gabbard.
And there are the Woodland Beavers.
All right, Monarch fans, it is always fun to be here at Dead Knack Court. Let's welcome you, Mark Morris Monarchs. He's a junior, ward number 3, Paul Slacker. Running the show at the point, a senior, number 4, Drew Ibarreta. That guard, a junior, number 10, Zane Armstrong. At a guard, sophomore number 11, Lander Judison. In the middle, a junior, number 12, Maddox Mobs. Assistant coaches Tanner Valencourt, Carson Bachner, Zach Richmond, and the head coach of the Monarchs, Tim Cullen.
And there are the Mark Morris Monarchs. We'll remind everybody of the starting lineups right after we have the national anthem.
As we honor America, tonight with the Mark Morris High School Band under the direction of Chris Martinez, with the national anthem.
Mark Morris Pep Band with the playing of the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, as we are just about set for tip-off here at the King's Court. They're going to have someone ring it in here in just a moment.
Here we go. Coach Carmen Hewitt, 7 years at the helm of Mark Morris Volleyball. Was Carmen Coach of the Year last year in the Great St. Helens League a year ago. And the team has stayed 3 for 7 years. Carmen doing an outstanding job.
It's going to be Carmen Hewitt, the volleyball coach here at Mark Morris, to ring us in for King's Court. And a gentle caval slam, gently ringing in King's Court here tonight. Brian Keatley, Brian Hoff, and Reese Baker are officials here tonight. Again, our starting lineups first for the Beavers: Jackson Gabbard, to Ryan McPolin, James Long, Tanner Cusick, and Michael Belvin, head coach Justin Gabbard. And for the Monarchs, Cole Swafford, Drew Ibarreta, Zane Armstrong, Lander Tuverson, and Maddox Mobbs. And it's Mobbs jumping it up against Long, and it's tapped out of bounds. It's going to be Monarch possession. Off and running here at Mark Morris High School into the backcourt. It's Armstrong. And out of the corner, Armstrong gets the ball rotated. Now Mobbs with it. Mobbs dribbles over, hands off. That's Tuveson. Tuveson goes to Armstrong, and a skip pass comes to Mobbs. A three is up, no good. Ball tapped out of bounds, and I think it's going to stay here, and that's what Reese Baker says out on Woodland. So a new shot clock here and an inbound on the baseline for the Monarchs. And the inbound goes over the top of the circle. Mobbs takes his time, and that one rims off. Rebound Belvin, and the Beavers are going to work with their first possession here. And it's Jackson Gabbert bringing it up into the front court for Woodland. And now near wing Cusick, skip far side to Gabbert along the baseline. Gabbert dribbling back out far wing in front of the Monarch student section. Gets over here to McPoland. Gabbert gets it again. 7 on the shot clock. Beavers got to press the action here at the elbow, back to the basket. And it's a dipsy-do, and what a bucket there. That is Michael Belvin with the first bucket of the game, 2-0 Beavers. Skip pass far side. Mobbs. Bounce pass, Ibarreta. Ibarreta tries to go back to Mobbs on a cut back door, and it's out of bounds. Last touched by Mark Morris. So Belvin with the first bucket of the game. And the Beavers working with the basketball. Again, 4-0 on the young season. McPoland at the elbow, finds Gabbert, curling the opposite elbow. His jumper a little bit long, rebound tapped out. McPoland gathers, hesitate, hop step in the lane, can't get the layup to go. Monarchs pull it down, and Ibarreta far side gets Mark Morris into the front court. Swafford goes to the corner. Tuveson back out to the wing, low pass, dug out by Mobbs. Mobbs fakes the spin, works back to the near wing, cut off by Belvin. Good defense extended beyond the three-point line for Woodland. Far side, a dribble in, shot is up and off by Swafford, and it's out of bounds, last touched by the Beavers. So it looked like a clear rebound opportunity there for Woodland, but unable to secure it. Fake handoff, Mobbs gets around the defender, just misses the shot. Good help side defense, challenged it. Woodland comes away with the board. Far wing now to the top of the circle. Belvin for three. It's off, but nobody boxes out. That is Tanner Cusick with the bucket. So 4-0 Woodland. 5:29 to go, opening quarter. Entry pass, Swafford. Has two Beavers around him. Armstrong now gets it off the baseline, kicks out. Three on the way by Ibarreta. Nothing but net for Drew Ibarreta. Monarchs on the board, 4-3 Beavers. Monarchs student section getting into it. Under 5 to play now here in the first. Bounce pass, Cusick faces up, ball fake, still has a dribble, puts it down now, drives inside. Over to Monarchs, misses short, rebound tapped to the baseline, cleared to the near side baseline, pushing it up ahead, Armstrong. Pass up to Mobbs. Mobbs fakes a shot, puts it on the deck, hands off behind him. Iberetta's three, no good this time. Offensive rebound, though. And now we got Swafford from the elbow, and the Monarchs on a 5-0 run take a 1-point lead. Gabbert gets a screen, hesitates, hops back. His three, a little short, but right on line. And the ball is saved on the far side by Cusick. And it's going to be off of Mark Morris. Beaver basketball, 4:15 left, opening quarter. Far side long to inbound it, gets it in to McPolin. McPolin picks up his dribble, back to the basket, skips to Gabbert near wing. Iberetta on him. McPolin now gets it, goes to the top, moves it near side. A three on the way and down for Cusick. 5 now for Cusick, and the Beavers reclaim the lead. Drive baseline, kick top of the circle. Nice head fake by Mobbs. Drives near side with the left hand, goes to the right on a floater, misses it. Belvin's there for the rebound. Belvin, a spectacular athlete in the Woodland system. Football quarterback and great linebacker as well. And he can rebound the basketball, it looks like, too. Gabbert fades and hits a tough one. And he's on the board with his first two, and the Beavers tie their largest lead, 9-5. Bounce pass, entry to the elbow. Screen for Armstrong. Kick, Swafford. Looks short, it is. Rebound, Gabbert. Now Gabbert looking to push it up ahead. Gets it across the timeline. Looks to go to work. Down low. Tries to fire a pass to the near block. And it's out of bounds, last touched by Mark Morris. Cashton Heidler checking in for the Monarchs. Sitting down is Maddox Mobbs. Cusick gets it inbound. Belvin throws it off of the down player, Swafford. He was kind of behind the play. So a near corner inbound, gets in easily. Under 3 to go, opening quarter, as Gabbert, long step far side, and we're going to get an offensive foul on a rebound attempt, so loose ball foul. And they're going to get that one on James Long. That's going to be his first and the first Beavers team foul, first foul of the game for either team. Iberetta comes and gets it, moves it. Armstrong looking to jab off the defender, no dice. Ball movement, Swafford again. This time it's down. Same spot, different result. Cole Swafford on the board, and it's just a 1-point game now. Back to the basket, move. Cusick caught the side of the backboard a little bit there, and the ball's loose, picked up, and we're going to get a timeout by Coach Ken Kelly of Mark Morris, who's working in his second season as the Monarchs frontman. 2:10 to go first quarter, 9-8, Woodland with the lead. Good to have you with us, fans. Looks like we've got a birthday boy in the house tonight, and he's on the court, Luke Bilger. Merv Bilger in the comment section giving me the heads up. Again, fans, we do have that live stream comment section, so type in where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. Thoughts, prayers, hopes, dreams, all of the above. It's our first stop of the season here at Mark Morris High School. Currently going on the other side of Lake Sacagawea. The R.A. Long Lumberjacks are hosting the Washougal Panthers. Very competitive Greater St. Helens League this year. You know, it's really hard to tell who the teams might be to represent the GSHL when it comes time for the district tournament. Most likely they're going to have 5 representatives, but we'll see how that goes. Back to action. Monarchs with the ball, and the ball slips out of the hands of Tuvison, and it's turned over. And the other way, it's given, I believe, right back, and that's what Reese Baker says. James Long couldn't handle it on the break up ahead. 1:53 to go here in the opening quarter. And the Beavers still holding on to that 1-point lead. Far side wing off the dribble. Double team, Ibarreta kicks it out. Now Heidler bounce pass near wing. A three on the way by Armstrong. Off back iron. Gabbert with the rebound, pushing the pace. Finds a trailer. And now a nice entry pass. Good position by Long. Long tries to keep it alive, but Ibarreta tracks it down. Now outlets it up ahead. The trailer entering was Tuvison, who goes to Armstrong. Armstrong off the dribble. 12-footer, no good. Another rebound for the Beavers. Gabbert into the front court. Passes to McPolin out of the corner. Now Long with it. Good ball movement here by the Beavers. Cusick fires a pass inside. Long leans in and it rolls off. Gets his own board though and scores. Good effort there by James Long. And the Beavers lead it by 3. That shot is blocked emphatically out of bounds by McPoland. Luke Bilger subbing in, the birthday boy. And Landon Tuvison will check out of the ball game. 32.4 seconds now left here in the first quarter. Heidler for 3 from the corner, no good. Ball tapped out of bounds. And they're going to say off of Mark Morris. And the student section singing happy birthday to Luke Bilger. Always cool to see the student support. Good ball movement again. That might have been a travel there by Long, and he loses the ball anyway. Cosmic karma, if you believe in that kind of thing. 4 on the clock as Ibarreta gets bumped and he glides up. He's fouled, it's off, and he's going to head to the line. So the veteran point guard is going to press the action there and catches a body on the Beavers side. See who they got it on. It looks like they got that one on Belvin. It'll be his first. So Ibarreta at the charity stripe here. And with 2.1 seconds, Ibarreta hits the first. 11-9. And the second one also good. And long outlets up ahead. And I don't know if it's going to count if it goes. I think they waved it off. Don't matter. Great quarter for both teams here. It's tight, 11-10. Woodland with the lead. Tanner Cusick leading for the Beavers with 5 points at the end of that first quarter. And Cole Swafford leading the Monarchs with 5. Fans were fresh off of an exciting overtime game down at Ridgefield this last Monday, where the Ridgefield Spudders, before they were dealt a loss by the Beavers here, they went to OT with Fort Vancouver, and the fans in attendance and the fans who watched online got their money's worth, so to speak, as that was a very exciting game. And like I said, I feel pretty good about the Greater St. Helens League so far this year. I think you got 5 real contenders here for any place in the league at this point. Woodland will start the second quarter with the ball and the lead. On the logo, Gabbert with it. Good matchup between Gabbert and Ibarreta. Gabbert just a sophomore, Ibarreta a senior. Gabbert widely considered the future of the league at the point guard position, and it's moves like that that has everybody talking that way. Gabbert with his second basket And the Beavers extend their lead right away, 13-10. Ball movement. Swafford jabs right, moves it left. Monarchs trying to find a hole there, and Ibarreta pushes a shot up, misses it, goes back up and hits. So Drew Ibarreta now with 6, and the lead cut back to 1 instantaneously. Beavers just kind of living outside right now, being patient, under 10 on the shot clock as McPullen goes to work. Nice pump fake, misses the shot. Swafford grabs the board. Monarchs trying to run out. Head fake and a 3 by Ibarreta. You just can't leave him alone. Got to get a hand in his face. Monarchs take the lead momentarily. Their largest lead of the game, 15-13. Ibarreta with the first 5 of the quarter for the Monarchs. Long puts it on the deck once, picks it up. Now McPullen near wing, off the dribble, looking to drive. Armstrong blocks it and retrieves, but they're going to say he's out of bounds, so the Beavers will catch a break. And they're going to reset the shot clock here real quick. No look pass near side. Belvin muscles one up and in. 15 apiece. After the bucket by Belvin, he's got 4 now. Running the baseline. 3 is down for Ibarreta. He is hot right now. 18-15. Ibarreta with all 8 Monarchs points here in the quarter. In and out dribble, crossover. Gabbert presses the action. Kind of lost his footing there and lost the ball, but retrieved it. Shot clock at 12 now. Lob inside over the head of everybody and out of bounds. 12 already here in the ball game for Drew Ibarreta with 5:19 to go, second quarter. Into the front court, the Monarchs working with the lead and the ball. Another one for Ibarreta. He's on fire, as it would say in NBA Jam. 21-15, the Monarchs lead by 6. 15 now in the first half for Ibarreta. Floater, Cusick, no. Gabbert underneath, gets the offensive rebound and kicks it out. Gabbert occupies the spot in the corner, picks up his dribble. Now McPullen with it. Shot clock did reset, 23 on that, as McPullen picks up his dribble, finds Cusick, who hop steps into the lane, blocked by Mobbs. Mobbs retrieves it and presses the action, slows it up wisely. Good defense on the last couple of possessions for Mark Morris. Heidler with it, looking for a screen, and it's stolen back beautifully by Long. Long up ahead, and counted and 1 for James Long. Defense leads to offense now for the Beavers as they cut it to 4. 21-17 with 4:12 to go.
Back in for Mark Morris. Number 11, Lander to the city. James Long, 1 shot.
And the free throw no good by Long. (21-17) is the score. Fake handoff. Armstrong on the pass is fouled.
Beavers foul, Shane Logan. That's his first team foul.
Entry gets into Ibarreta. A three this time by Armstrong rattles out. Gabbard with the rebound. Skip pass to McPoland near wing. And a deep three. McPoland doesn't hit that one. Swafford with the rebound for the Monarchs. Ball movement, Swafford, open for three, no. Offensive rebound, Tuvison. Now Armstrong with it. Gets it to Mobbs. Ibarreta comes and gets it, 19 on the shot clock here with 3:02 to go in the quarter. On the baseline, Tuvison somehow saves it right to Ibarreta, who just misses it. Rebound Long. Gabbard penetrates and kicks. Hop step three, airballed out of bounds. Zane Logan gave it a look. Belvin will check back in, and we're going to get a timeout, Woodland. 2:41 left here, second quarter, 21-17. Well, the second quarter has been the Drew Ibarreta show here. Looks like I've got unofficially 16 so far for Ibarreta. I could be wrong on that. I think he's got 11 in the quarter. So that would mean I'm missing a point for a different Mark Morris Monarchs. We'll figure all that out later. 21-17 your score. Back to action, Mark Morris with the ball after the timeout. Bounce pass feed, stripped on the pass by Gabbard. Good defense there. Gabbard called for a carry. Mark Morris ball. Armstrong goes to the corner to Ibarreta. Shot up by Armstrong off the back iron. Cusick with the board. Floater from the baseline by Belvin, no good. Offensive rebound put back Long, no good. Ibarreta with the board. Ibarreta draws two defenders and kicks and open shooters. Armstrong, his shooting night remains tough. Gabbard crosses over, floats, blocked. Out of bounds, it'll stay here with Woodland. 1:27 left, second quarter. And there's a pass that gets away. And it could be a travel, and it is. Tuvison, nope, that's Mobb, excuse me. Couldn't control his feet, 1:16 to go. Beavers have had a cold second quarter. Driving a kick off the dribble, Belvin. Up and under, what a move by Michael Belvin, who's got 6. Badly needed bucket there. Under a minute to go now here in the quarter. And Armstrong nearly loses it out of bounds after the drive baseline. Swafford from the elbow airballs that. Armstrong throws it back in, and it goes to Swafford. Shot clock at 7. Pump fake. Armstrong. Scoop no good. Tip up just short by Mobbs, but Mobbs tracks it down. Finds a cutter. Ibarreta leans in, misses, and it's rebounded by Woodland. Ball tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Beavers after Zane Logan got that board and brought it across. 20.7 left here. Ryan Hoff getting the Swiffer out here on the backside. Good job by the official. Bounce pass feed on the block. Cusick has it poked loose by Tuvison. Didn't see him there, so the Monarchs can get the last shot potentially. Clock down to 11 seconds, and now we've got a whistle, and we're going to get a foul away from the ball on Woodland, and it looks like they're going to get that one on Zane Logan. No, Cusick. Tanner Cusick, his first. Official held up a 1 and a 2. One of them's 12, the other one's 21, so hard to tell which one's the first indicator there. 8 seconds as Armstrong has it for Mark Morris. Goes to the corner, dribbling off the corner, and just throwing it back inside. Ibarreta at the buzzer, and it's good. Banked in, Drew Ibarreta. Unbelievable quarter for him. I am pretty sure he scored every one of Mark Morris's points in the frame as the Monarchs lead it now 24-19. I believe that was just a 2. I don't know why they've got it 24-19 here unless I was missing a point or a bucket. So I'll have to check with the official scorers table and see if I'm missing something there, but they've got 24-19 here on the scoreboard at Mark Morris High School. If I was missing something and anybody could help me out at home, let me know. Because we got Mark Morris cheer staff here on the court. Mark Morris cheerleaders at the half here. I'm going to go down to the scorers table and verify what we've got here because I've got it 23-19, but looks like they've got 24-19 on the scoreboard, so we're going to go double check that. We'll be back in just a little bit. I'm going to take an audio timeout. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the N2 Media live stream of the night. It is Mark Morris 23, Woodland 19 at the break. The scorers table and I got together there and discussed the last shot of the half. The score table got the impression that that was a 3, but the communication has been I guess relayed to us that they've made a mistake on that and that we saw it the way it was. It was a 2 at the end there by Ibarreta, but 23-19 the score here at the break. Mark Morris with the lead, and the Monarchs were led by Ibarreta exclusively in the scoring department there in the second quarter. It was Ibarreta 13 and the Beavers 8 in the second period. Woodland jumped out to an 11-10 lead at the end of one, but couldn't do anything to slow down the senior point guard who leads all scorers in the ballgame with 18. Cole Swafford with the other 5 for Mark Morris. The scoring a little bit more balanced on the other side for Woodland. You've got Michael Belvin leading the way with 6, Tanner Cusick with 5, James Long and Jackson Gabbard each with 4 for Woodland, as we got a 4-point game here, under 2 minutes until the start of the third quarter. We have a score update from Jake Moe in the YouTube comment section that says R.A. Long leading Washougal 14-6 at the end of one. Washougal winning on the road against Columbia River by 3 earlier this week on Wednesday. So definitely Washougal's on the radar in terms of a contender in the Greater St. Helens League. And of course, both of these teams in front of you are very successful programs of the past and now the future. Woodland Beavers hoping the future is now, as they're off to a 4-0 start on the season after defeating Ridgefield by 6 on Wednesday. So everybody's kind of on high alert here. There's really nobody that's sneaking up on anyone at this point. So we'll give you the score updates as they come in from Jake in the comment section or anybody else who's got them. Olympia Power and Light says, Drew, as long as I got my Ibarreta, I'm down for whatever. Olympia Power and Light. Awesome. Who was the Pirates' favorite Monarch? Ibarreta. Yes. Yes. I'm getting some vibes there from Olympia Power and Light. Both teams with 4 timeouts remaining.
18 points, 5 points for Cole Swafford.
Third quarter of action. It'll be Mark Morris basketball. And the clock still hasn't started, or the shot clock. There it goes. Everybody's going to be awarded an extra second here tonight in this one. Swafford picks up his dribble. Ibarreta near wing comes open. Now keeps his dribble, moves it to the top. Armstrong moves it. Tuverson head fakes, fires a 3 after the head fake and airballs it. And it's tapped back in play by the Beavers to Belvin. And now Jackson Gabbard brings it up for the Beavers. Pass up top, nearly stolen. Belvin gets it. This is McPolin now. Goes far side Gabbard. Gabbard takes a dribble into the paint. Tough shot, no good. Off to the right, and Monarchs Mobs trying to fend off the rebounding efforts by Woodland, and it's going to be a foul on Gabbard. It's going to be his first personal and the first team foul. 7:20 to go, just underway here, third quarter. Pass inside, gets away. Saved by Ibarreta, gets to Swafford. Skip pass, far side Mobs, can't handle it. Turnover, Woodland comes away with it. After Long retrieves it, a pass by McPolin, tries to get through traffic, and it's deflected off of Mark Morris. Kickball violation, 30-second shot clock, inbound baseline for Woodland. Exactly 7 minutes left now, third quarter. Cusick inbounds, no look pass near side, long off the backboard and in. That's tough to do for Cusick to go no look to the near block, right on the money. It's as if they practiced that a few times. A 2-point game as Swafford's three rattles out. Gabbard there for the rebound. Gabbard looking to push, gets it across the timeline, goes to McPolin now, and McPolin crosses over, kicks, and it is deflected off of the Monarchs. It'll be Beaver basketball. Lob gets into the elbow. Belvin thought about a shot. Good closeout. Tuvison. Kick to the corner, and it's Tanner Cusick, and the Beavers reclaim the lead 24-23. A three to get it back by Swafford. Nothing but net. Swafford now with 8. Drive and a kick, rotation near wing. McPolin back to the corner. Skip pass after the drive. This is Long, and Long just misses it short. Good move, good hustle, gets it back. Now Gabbert with it to McPolin. Top of the circle, thought about it. Gabbert now with it. Puts it on the deck. Ibarretta's gone to him. Fires a pass inside. Long gets good position. Just leaves it short, but he is fouled by Swafford. And Long will head to the line for 2. It's going to be on Cole Swafford, his second.
James Long, 2 shots.
Long's first free throw on the way, no good. Second free throw, much better for Mr. Long. Oh. Gave that to the wrong team. Ibarretta stops, misses it just a little bit too hard. Offensive rebound put back by Maddox Mobbs. Mobbs' first field goal. Nice drive. Tanner Cusick with a nice move. So the Beavers starting to settle in a little bit more offensively here. 1-point game, 28-27. Cusick now in double figures with 10. Drive, cut off, pass errant. Mobbs trying to retrieve, does retrieve, and it's back in bounds. McPolin with it. McPolin all alone, lays it up and in. His first basket. Beavers lead by 1. Whistle. Offensive foul up ahead of the play against Mark Morris. That is going to be the first foul on Mobbs. And he checks out. Nice elbow to baseline feed, and a foul is going to be called on Tuvison, I believe. Yes, that's the call. Third team foul. 4:27 to go in the third as Cusick will inbound it. Woodland working with a 1-point lead. McPolin goes to the block. And we're going to get a charge. Cusick put the shoulder down and put it right into Tuvison's chest. And that's the second personal on Cusick, second team foul. Luke Bilger checks in for Tuvison. 4:19 left, third quarter. Game moving right along here. Dead with the ball, feed to the high post, kick out top of the circle. Ibarretta passes it near side Swafford. After a nice screen by Ibarretta, Swafford's three missed. Long with the rebound. Gabbert now with it for Woodland. Beavers on top by 1 with the ball now. McPolin circles the top, dribbles in, goes to the baseline. Long off the dribble, goes far side, a 3 on the way by Gabbert. No. Rebound, Mark Morris. Swafford comes away with it. Works it up the near sideline. Picks up the dribble, goes to the top. Off the dribble, bounce pass feed, no one home. Heidler did not continue through. Turnover, Mark Morris. McPoland dribbles in, kicks to the top. Instant pass near side and a feed down low. Heidler tried to deny. Long doesn't care. Grabs it, goes around him and scores. Long having a big impact here in the third quarter. Beavers lead it now, and we're going to get a timeout. Mark Morris. The Beavers take a 3-point lead, 31-28. Long now with 8 in the ball game, as the Beavers have responded nicely after trailing by 4 at the half. They've outscored the Monarchs by 7 since then. Fans, thank you so much for being with us. Our next broadcast will be on Monday. We're going to be over at the Lumber Dome, a non-league boys basketball game between the Centralia Tigers and the R.A. Long Lumberjacks. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. Make sure you don't miss that one. R.A. Long currently playing Washougal, and they lead it at the break 30-15, according to my encyclopedia of sports scores, Jake Moe. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate you. Mark Morris has got to batten down the hatches here after getting some momentum. You got to imagine that there was a conversation at the half with the Beavers in the locker room about how they were going to key on Drew Ibarreta and take away what he's done so far. He has 18 in the ball game so far, no points in the third after scoring all of Mark Morris's 13 in the second. So far, the adjustments appear to be effective. An immediate kick to the corner, and Swafford stared at it for a long time, and it didn't drop. Woodland with the ball, and ball nearly intercepted far side by Swafford, but he can't hold on to it. Woodland will inbound far side now. Gabbert receives the inbound, goes right back to the inbounder Cusick with Heidler on him, back to Gabbert. Head coach Justin Gabbert wants the ball to move and wants the players to move around a little bit. Penetration kick, Gabbert with 5 on the shot clock. Goes into his bag and he's tripped and going up. Nice moves there by Justin Gabbert. He draws the foul on Ibarreta, and we'll head. Oh, they got it on Zane Armstrong. That is the 4th team foul here. So the Monarchs do not have any to give, and the first free throw is good by Jackson Gabbert, who's got 5. Second free throw, also good. 33-28. Largest lead for the Beavers. Ball loose. A dive, still loose. And a whistle. And it's going to be a foul on the Beavers. And it looks like they've got it on Gabbert. Nope, maybe not. Maybe it's just out of bounds or no foul. Nope, they do get a foul, so they finally do announce it and put it up. So it is on Gabbert, his second. 3rd team foul. Bounce pass, entry, baseline, stolen by Long. Long continuing to have a big impact here in the quarter. Off a screen, wide open, McPoland. Good time for his first bucket of the ball game. Beavers on top by 8. Drive, off the window, Ibarreta now has 20 first points of the quarter. All alone, hanging and scoring is Cusick. The defense snapping there on that possession for Mark Morris. Back out to an 8-point Beavers lead, 38-30. Heidler with it, looking to the baseline, goes to the baseline. A 3 is blocked. Ibarreta couldn't get it off clean, and he fouls immediately. And it's going to be the 5th team foul.
Beavers in the bonus. James Long.
James Long at the free throw line. Misses the first. Second on the way, good. 9-point lead now for the Beavers. Ibarreta floats from the foul line, rolls down. Drew Ibarreta with the bucket, 39-32 Beavers. Belvin off the dribble, back to the basket, up and under, throws it up with the left, and it goes. Degree of difficulty, high. Belvin with 8. Off the dribble, kick to the corner. Heidler for 3. Nothing but net. First basket for Cash Heidler. Quick the other way, the Beavers. Cusick standing at the three-point line, dead on, gives it up to Belvin. Belvin looking to feed it back down to him. Now McPoland. Gabbert receives it near wing. Ibarreta on him. McPoland, 13 on the clock. Pass, shot, no, travel. They're going to wave off the shot. Six-point game, 41-35. Armstrong for 3, rattles out. Belvin with the board, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. Woodland with a great second quarter after just scoring 19 in the first half total. The Beavers scored 22 in the frame, and they jump out to a 6-point lead. They outscored Mark Morris 22-12 in the frame. The Beavers, damn. Good comment. Fourth quarter upon us. I believe the scoring goes something like Tanner Cusick with 12 for Woodland. James Long and Michael Belvin 8 apiece. Jackson Gabbert with 6. Darian McPoland with 3. And on the other side, Maddox Mobbs with 2. Cashin Heidler with 3. Cole Swafford with 8. And Drew Ibarreta with 22. It's going to be Woodland basketball to start the fourth. Entry, far block, reverse near side by Long. James Long having himself a ball game here. Big second half, and the Beavers immediately jump back out to an 8-point lead. Mark Morris has got to get stops. Pass inside, Mobbs leaves it a little bit short. Gabbard with the ball. Head fake drive, Long. Wow, good move, unkind rim. About the only thing that hasn't gone his way here in the second half. Behind the back dribble, Armstrong kicks, Swafford a 3. No, ball tapped out, last touched by the Beavers. It's gonna stay here on this end. Unofficially, Long in double figures with 10. 7:05 left in the ball game. Fake handoff, Mobbs gets around, fouled going up, and I think they're going to get this one on Belvin, and they do.
Woodland foul Michael Belvin, that's their second, first team
First team foul on the Beavers. Mobs no good on the first. Big free throw here, get some momentum. And Mobs does hit it. Beavers quick up the court. Baseline, dribbling through McPolin near side. Belvin carries it over the top of the head of the defender, misses it with the left hand. Rebound, Mark Morris. Outlet up ahead. Armstrong, fader from the foul line. No, he has just had a tough night. Gabbert goes to the corner. Cusick bodied a little bit by Swafford, and they're going to call it. 6:33 left in the ball game, 43-36. And we're going to get a sub into the ball game. Is going to be Reuven Pizarchuk for Cash Heidler. Cusick to inbound it here for the Beavers. Lobbed inside the Long. Cusick goes far side, dribbling back, a three on the way, rolls off for Gabbert. Long climbs the ladder, rebound, put back, no, ball loose near side. Armstrong hauls it in. Backdoor cut. Ibarreta challenged. Good help defense by Cusick. Altered that shot. Rebound Woodland. Long out in front. One-on-one. Can't score around Swafford. Swafford, a good job playing defense without fouling there. Armstrong steps around, throws it away, and has the ball thrown off of him. Gabbert was going out of bounds with the ball in his hands, and Armstrong turned his head. It appeared to be displeased with a no call, and might have been a different story had he been keeping his eyes on Gabbert there. 5:42 left in the ball game. Beavers looking to put this one away early, lead it by 7. Still a lot of time left though. Cut down low, inside far block, undercut, pass near side. Three is down for Tanner Cusick. Timeout, Mark Morris. Tanner Cusick comes up with a big shot, and the Beavers now lead it by 10. Fans, thank you so much again for all of your continued support here on N2 Media. We come to you hat in hand every night. $5 to get in and watch in person, free to watch at home. But anything that you can do to help support the live stream efforts so you don't have to leave and can watch from the comfort of your whatever, car, home, airplane, if that sort of thing works up in the air, I don't know. But consider a donation to your host. Venmo preferred, PayPal acceptable. Appreciate all the support that we get. It's at N2 Media on both outlets. Super easy, at N2 Media. No .com, just what you see. And fans, be sure to subscribe to the local Blast Zone reports from Blast Zone Media, blastzonemedia.com for stories, game reports, photos, and sometimes N2 Media videos, unless it doesn't make the cut for some reason. BlastZoneMedia.com, $8 a month for unlimited access to all of those things that I just said. Back to action. Mark Morris behind the 8 ball here and trailing by 10. And a reach around here by Belvin knocks the ball loose. Dangerous. Might have been a foul, but no call. We're going to get a foul here on the other side as Gabbert blocked the shot that Ibarreta put up there after he shot it. Kind of drew a little look there from Drew, but got to give Jackson some credit not backing down there. 5:07 left. Might not want to get Drew a little bit hotter than he already runs. Kicks it far side, finds an open shooter. Mobs ran off the line, drives, throws it up, no good. Beavers come away with the rebound. And that was Logan, and we're going to have to replay the down, so to speak, inbound as the clock did not get reset. Gabbert working against Ibarreta. A three on the way by Belvin. Line drive, no good. Back iron, ball loose and poke loose. And we're going to get a foul, loose ball variety. It's going to go against Jackson Gabbert. That is his third foul of the game, and it's the third team foul on Woodland. And a little bit of pressure in the backcourt up against the clock. Inbounded there by Armstrong, and Armstrong gets it. And he's going to walk it up for the Monarchs. 4:32 left in the game. Far corner three, no good. Pizarchuk couldn't hit that one. Woodland with the rebound. Gabbert, a three, no. Swafford goes up and gets the rebound. Ibarreta gets it across. Stares at the clock. 4 minutes left in this one. Up top, Mobbs being guarded by Belvin, and Belvin reaches in, way out up top. Probably not a foul that you want to commit there. That's going to be the third personal now on Belvin. And in addition to that, it's the fourth team foul. Mobbs given a little bit of space initially, but it closed off in a hurry. Armstrong can't convert. Nice drive and a good move. Just has not been his night tonight. I feel like the Beavers are just one basket away from putting this game away. Belvin ball fakes, puts it on the deck, gets around Mobbs, left-hand finish. Belvin has been huge tonight as well. It's been a real good effort by the entire Beavers team tonight as Pizarchuk goes in, misses Mobbs' offensive rebound, put back no good, bump, no call. Belvin with the rebound. Belvin moves it ahead near wing, and we're going to get a Woodland timeout. Smart play there to get everybody on the same sheet of music and talk some strategy here. 48-36. The Beavers are staring a 5-0 start right in the face. Might be an appearance on the N2 Media Top 10 rankings next week. 2:59 left in this one. Fans, stick around after this. We're going to take you through the scoring and the report of the ball game and name a player of the game. I'll need your votes in that live stream comment section. Cusick to inbound it. Gets it into Gabbert in the backcourt. Gabbert, far wing. Belvin stops his momentum, misses the shot. That rebound all Gabbert, who tapped it to an open spot on the floor, and Long was heads up with the retrieval. Belvin finds an open shooter. Cusick ball fakes, kicks it. Good discipline here by Woodland. Not forcing shots, using a lot of time here. Cusick gets a better look. Misses it though. Ball tapped. Ibarreta off the backboard, grabs it. Near side Swafford gets it across. Looking to get the corner cut off beautifully by Long. He's had a great game. Long pass, Armstrong needs this one and gets this one. First basket of the game for Zane Armstrong. Shooter's gotta shoot. Gabbert gets a screen. Continues to dribble all the way to the corner. McPolin now with it. Far side, Cusick gets a screen from Long, instead skips it. Gabbert rotates it out quickly. Belvin looking inside. 4-out offense right now. Belvin goes to work. Wild shot, and it's a foul. Mobbs animated, thought he was straight up. Free throws coming here. Michael Belvin.
Second team foul. Michael Belvin, 2 shots.
At the line, Belvin rattles home the first. Back out to a 10-point lead. Make it an 11-point lead, and it's a 30-second timeout, Beavers. They've got 2 timeouts remaining here. Good thing for the Beavers is that they haven't committed the foul since they picked up their 4th team foul about 3 minutes ago. Again, fans, consider who our player of the game is here in this one. I'm going to have to go down and get the score sheet because I don't think I've got the correct tally for the Beavers here, but as of right now, I've got 3 Beavers in double figures. I've got Tanner Cusick with 15, Michael Belvin and James Long each with 10. Armstrong. I was looking at Ibarreta, but Ibarreta can't get open. Pass deflected. Coach Kelly looking a little frustrated with the action on that last set. Minute 14 left in this one. Monarchs are going to need a quick amount of points, but they're turning it over. But no, he gets back to him. Swafford for 3. Got to go. Doesn't go. Rebound, McPoland. And McPoland fouled by Armstrong. 1:07 left in this one. It's an 11-point lead. The Beavers can smell victory. And they're going to bring it back here the other way and do some full court pressure. And wide open was Belvin. I just wanted the pan to show how wide open he really was. Thought for sure that's where the ball was going. Now the Beavers are going to wisely back it out and use a little bit of clock. They didn't need that bucket unless you're really hoping that they cover a spread or something. Drive, Gabbert might have got away with a travel. Misses the shot anyway. 2-on-1 up ahead. Goes far side, Mobbs. Swafford can't get it above the front of the iron. McPoland outlets, Long. Goes far side, Gabbert finishes it off with a layup.
Jackson, Gabbert.
52-39, a 3, no good. Rebound, Cusick, and that is gonna do it. The Woodland Beavers are still undefeated, 5-0 on the season, tied for first in the Greater St. Helens League. As of this moment, they're in first place by themselves, but R.A. Long still in action against Washougal. One of the teams, Washougal or R.A. Long, will join Woodland in a tie for first here tonight. The final in this one, Woodland 52. Mark Morse 39. We have got to name a player of the game here in just a few moments' time. We're going to total things up.
A little Friday night lights inside here. Monarchs back on the home court Monday night versus WF West, and the next Friday night versus Columbia River. We'll see you here. Once again, thanks for coming out. Please have a safe trip home. Have a great weekend. Good night, everybody.
Fans, we're going to go through the scoring by quarter here, and then I'm going to go down and take a picture of the book, and I'll be back to give you the point totals. Think about your votes for player of the game here in this one. The point totals might help determine that, but it was an 11-10 lead at the end of the first quarter. Woodland with that 1-point advantage. Second quarter, all Drew Ibarreta for Mark Morris. He scored all 13 of the Monarchs' points. He outscored the Beavers by 5, and the Monarchs led it 23-19 at the break, but the Beavers came out, put the clamps down on Ibarreta and the Monarchs the rest of the way. 22-12 third quarter. A big part of the reason why Woodland won this game, but an even bigger reason, the fourth quarter, the Beavers outscore the Monarchs 11-4. Hard to win games at any level with 4-point quarters in the fourth. So we'll talk a little bit more about the individual efforts in just a few minutes' time. So fans, stick around, and we'll be back with the Cowlitz PUD postgame show and our player of the game. All right, thank you guys all so much for sticking around. This is almost officially, it's officially our Cowlitz PUD postgame show. Cowlitz PUD providing customers safe, reliable, cost-effective hydroelectricity since 1936. Cowlitz PUD. Yeah, I don't know how much there really is to talk about in terms of how the game finished. It was really all Beavers there in the second half. You know, it's hard to identify, I guess, which player really stood out tonight because Woodland had so many contributions from different guys. I got a chance to go down and take a look at the books, and it looks like that the top scorer here tonight for the Beavers was number 21, Tanner Cusick, who finishes with 15 for the Beavers. And then you've got James Long and Michael Belvin, each with 12. All three of those guys juniors, by the way. In matter of fact, the Beavers didn't have a senior score a point in this ball game. They end up winning it by 13. So great sign there in terms of the youth movement. And, you know, we got a chance to get some info from Coach Gabbard last season heading into the year. And, you know, he was very candid in saying, hey, look, we're real young this year, but we're building for the future. Our hopes are next year we're ready to compete. And, you know, the year beyond that, we're ready to do more than compete. We're looking to win the league championship and go places that Woodland basketball hasn't been in a while. And, you know, the early indicators here is that Woodland might be here to stay at 5-0. The schedule up until this week wasn't, you know, the most daunting, at least on paper. But playing Ridgefield at home and then going to Mark Morris, I mean, take away the names on the roster for both Ridgefield and Mark Morris. Just knowing that you're playing those two games your first week of league play, I mean, it's not an easy task no matter who's on the other side of the court. But you got to give the Beavers a lot of credit here tonight. In addition to the 15 from Cusick and the 12 by Long and Belvin, Jackson Gabbert with 8, and then Durian McPoland with 5. That's your total scoring for the Beavers here tonight, 52 in the win. And, you know, for the Monarchs who dropped to 2-4 overall, it's just kind of the same old song and dance of what we've seen throughout the first 6 games. A lot of Drew Ibarreta, and, you know, your hope is that a couple other guys can come along and contribute at times and be effective scorers to take some of the pressure off of Ibarreta. And Ibarreta ends up with 22. He's the top scorer in the ball game. And then the next best option tonight in the scoring column for the Monarchs was Cole Swafford and his 8 points. And then a trio of Monarchs get on the score sheet. Zane Armstrong with a late 3. And he's got 3 in the ball game. Maddox Mobbs with 3 also. And then Cashton Heidler with 1 triple as well. Mobbs doing his damage from the foul line and 1 2-point basket in the third quarter. So I guess it's, you know, tough to name a player of the game here. Cusick ends up with 15 total. I see a vote for him in the live stream comment section from Olympia Power and Light. Yes. Robbie Green says player of the game Gabbard. You know, I don't this isn't going to be one of these players of the game where I really nitpick and say this guy, you know, obviously wasn't the reason why they won the game. I mean, I think it was a total collective effort for Woodland out there. You know, the player of the game might be the coach because the adjustments that they made in the second half to really shut down the Monarchs, especially there in that fourth quarter, and hold down Ibarreta. Ibarreta had 18 at the break and only scores 4 the rest of the way. But the players were out there on the court, and they executed the second half game plan to perfection. So, you know, a lot of credit's got to be given to the coaching staff for the Woodland Beavers here tonight. You know, with Cusick having 15, and I think that he contributed in a bevy of ways. It's real tight, man. I think James Long had a great game tonight, personally. I think that he did a lot of the work down low, rebounded a lot of balls. He took it to the rack really hard. Belvin had a great game also. The Beavers as a team here tonight, they really didn't make too many foolish mistakes that you might see from a young squad it's growing, and you might experience, you know, a couple of errant passes or, you know, shots early in the clock when you don't need to take them. Ultimately, I think that the Beavers have a legit team. They're well coached, and they didn't shrink in the moment. They got down in the second, third quarter there, you know, looked like the Monarchs might actually create some separation here, but got to give the Beavers a lot of credit here tonight. Brighter days ahead for the Mark Morris Monarchs, who are again still awaiting 6'7" transfer AJ Fabian, who's got to sit out just a few more games. I believe he's got 2 more to sit out, and then he'll be eligible for Game 9 of the season. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to say other than, Drew Ibarreta continues to carry the load. But it's a large load to shoulder right now, and a second option for the Monarchs can go a long way. And it's not just a second option to where they would be scoring from the outside. A.J. Fabian's a guy who can get down low and possibly get you some easy buckets, and the Monarchs can play a little bit more inside-out basketball. The good news is that the Monarchs are only 1-1 in league competition. There's 14 of these games in league. So there's a long way to go. They're going to have a chance to catch up with the Beavers later on this season. And who knows, after the holidays and we get to the new year, the Monarchs might look like a little different team. So I don't think that we should close the book on them by any stretch of the imagination. All right, time to name a player of the game here tonight in this one. And I think we're going to go with Tanner Cusick. It's the safe option, 15 points here tonight. Very effective from the post/wing position. And so congratulations, Tanner Cusick, our Cowlitz PUD player of the game here tonight in Mark Morris's win, 52-39 over the Mark Morris Monarchs. That is going to wrap things up from Mark Morris, and we're going to be back at it on Monday. It'll be non-league boys basketball action from the Lumber Dome. It'll be the RA Long Lumberjacks taking on the Centralia Tigers in an EVCO GSHL matchup. I'm not sure how good of a game it's going to be, but it's available, and we're going to be there to do it. On paper, it looks like the Lumberjacks should have no problem with the Tigers, but that's why you show up and play the game. We got a couple games coming on next week. We're going to be back here at Mark Morris next Friday for a Columbia River Mark Morris matchup that should give us a good idea about what we can expect from the Rapids in terms of their talent level and give the Monarchs another shot to, continue the hunt, so to speak, and stay within striking range. It's not the end of the world if they suffer a couple losses in league early. The hope always is just to be there at the end and get into the tournament. That's step one, and hopefully you could do some damage. But congratulations to the Woodland Beavers, who are now 5-0 on the season, 2-0 in league competition. Back at it Monday. Hope you guys all have a safe and dry weekend, and hope to see you Monday night from the Lumberdome, Centralia at RA Long. On behalf of Mark Morris and Woodland Athletics and N2 Media, this is Nick Sisson saying so long from Mark Morris. Woodland wins this one 52-39.